Okay.
Hey y'all, hey, welcome to a very special edition of Mix and Kiki. I have a legend from outer space, George Clinton, here with me. Welcome, George.
Yo, what's up? How you doing?
I'm good.
Say bow wow wow and all that stuff.
I'm over here with my spiked tea already getting lit off this bourbon. So,
I got my Bailey's and tea, and
yeah,
I'm already ahead of you.
yeah, I know. Cheers. Mm. So, sir, it's a new year, a year of just change on many levels.
To say the least. But I think it's a welcome change. Um, I don't even want to say how bad it was because it's whatever it is, it is. But
Exactly.
this gonna be a new one. It's gonna be a good one. I feel this one. I
Right.
feel this one gonna be for something. All that last year is going to be for something.
Yep.
It's always a chance to make it better. So I think that's what's getting ready to happen. It's a perfect opportunity to start all over again.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel you. I mean, I think it's not to dismiss, the tragedy that people experience, but I don't know. I don't know how you feel, but a lot of, especially artists that I talk to, say that last year offered like a huge gift of just being able to be like silent and kind of go within.
Right. I mean, it gave you a chance to just sit down, have to sit down, and probably against your will, but it gave you a chance to reflect and come up with new things to do, new ways of doing whatever. You don't want to just after all that go back to the same old thing,
Right.
but it's to use the opportunity to redefine um, almost everything. This is the 21st century. We get ready to jump this planet
Yeah.
any day. I mean that's not science fiction no more. That's right now. That's what's happening, and we get ready to make quantum leaps, and so we better be open to almost anything right about now.
Yeah.
So you got a good excuse to actually draw your own conclusions. Like I said, I've been painting. I've been a singer all my life, or entertainer all my life. But I feel like creating is creating, and wherever I catch myself, which was in here in this art room here creating, I'm gonna let it all hang out because ain't no boundaries right now. I
Yes.
mean, reality has been suspicious, ever since what goes up didn't have to come down no more.
Right.
I've been suspect of that for a long time. So
Yeah.
now it's proof.
It's
You
like
got to,
almost people know you have always, I mean, that's why I say you're from Saturn and you drop down because like you've always given that energy. And now isn't it interesting to see like people kind of finally waking up to that?
well, I mean, yeah, it seemed like it was promised right around this time. I'm in 1968. I was in a movie watching a movie called 2001, A Space Odyssey.
Yeah.
I was tripping my behind off, but I sat there in that movie, remember, and said, I'm going to see what this 2001, and this is 2021.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And that movie was completely off this planet, and we're there right now. But it seems so normal, I guess, to most people, because at that point there was no such thing as a computer.
Mm-hmm.
But you looked at that movie, you saw them using the what we're doing right now, FaceTime, and in that movie, that was the first time I'd seen that in a concept.
Yeah.
And here we are right now doing it, like
Yeah.
this.
And creating whole worlds like through the screen, like who would have thought? And again, talking to artists like you, like how people are treating this like computers as a canvas in a sense, and treating computers like any other medium.
Everything. I mean, it's like if you watch any Star Trek movies, you
Mm-hmm.
could go to the computer and ask for almost any virtual situation. They send you to the holodeck. You can go in there and do a whole virtual. They have games like that kids play. To them, it's like everyday toy. But
Yeah.
that was a whole reality that back in our day, that was like, oh no, either it's magic or it's witchcraft, you know. But
Yeah.
here it is now. It's every day you do your schooling like that. They online doing their schooling. So it's like the Jetsons is old fashioned,
It's true.
you
Mhm.
know. So but you know, it's brand new to the kids, but it's if you was around anywhere, you know, beyond the 60s, you know
Yeah,
this is a whole nother reality here. And
definitely.
I'm ready to enjoy it.
I can tell. Okay, wait. So you gotta tell us about everyone who's not everyone who's watching this realize. I'm sure most people don't realize that you do visual art now. Like that's a big deal.
But you know, I guess Funkadelic in Parliament has been known for like the artistic thing of art, music, fashion, you
Hmm.
know, all of that. And it all goes together. I think we inspired a lot of people through our music and also through the artwork that, you know, Pedro Bell, Overton Lord, Ron Evans did in our covers, in our way of delivering the message of what P-Funk was all about, a parlor funkadelic thing was all about. And a lot of people got the whole thing, the art, which was a big part of the album covers. You can read the album covers for years. I got drawn into that myself, you know, just from doodling, watching Pedro Overton doodle. And so I've been doing that since, you know, we got started with the mothership. You know,
Hmm.
I was one of those, as I was writing it, I was thinking of those characters myself. I couldn't draw them like that, but you get a vibe that you can start feeling just like you do the music.
Yeah,
This
yeah,
is a whole new reality. What we were doing in the music, like Maggot Brain and Free Your Mind, Your Ass Will Follow, was brand new from what we did, say, at Motown. And we knew what it was. And so using that same concept in art, I know how to like break free and doing with just what I feel and trusting my feelings. You know, I call it trust the funk and
yeah.
let it. And so I got some interesting things that we've been, especially during this pandemic series, we got almost over 200 pieces that we've done here. That's,
Wow.
you
Okay.
know, I wasn't going anywhere.
Yeah, you were just in there working. Yeah, which is so beautiful. And that's the gift in a sense, right? Like the gift of just being able to just zone out.
Oh yeah, especially since you know I'm just begin to trust, you know, being here with Overton, who's a serious artist, and you know him guiding me, and then Spring helping me to kind of put some kind of concept to it,
Yeah,
what I'm doing, because all I do is what I feel.
yeah,
You know, I'm basically colorblind too, so I got I'm not inhibited, you know, because I don't know what I'm doing, but I trust what I do, what I feel, which is in the music was the same way.
yeah.
I didn't know what I was doing a maggot brain. Matter of fact, the engineers didn't even want to put their name on the record.
Really?
But
Yeah.
years later, that feeling I learned I can trust that. I got an appreciation that comes from somewhere else. Like you say, the dog star. I'm from
It, listen,
the Pleiades.
listen, don't get me started. We just had a great conjunction. The age of Aquarius is actually happening now. Like it's all happening now. Yeah.
Right now, the great conjunction.
Uh-huh. All of that. Yeah. No, it's so powerful. So tell me, okay, so the painting that is right behind you, I mean, it is reflective of everything that you just said. Like you can tell that you just like let loose, on that
Yeah,
canvas.
I mean everything that you can't see the whole thing, but everything that's been going on, you know, with the Black Lives Matters, with the viruses going on, and reminiscing about all the times I've seen marches and things like that, you know,
Mhm.
for peace, you know, 68. And to me, it's like the third or fourth time I've seen it peak like that. And it's peaking again in Overton Lord, like I said, who's also, you know, did some of the parts on this with me. We are just reminiscing, you know, on from the Martin Luther King, John Lewis, you know, to what's going on right now, the Black Lives Matter. So all of that with the viruses, all that mixed together is a lot of culture just on this, what was going through our head doing this locked in here. Besides, like I say, over 200 other pieces that's part of this series.
So how are people going to be able to see those other 200 pieces that you're working on?
Say that again.
How is everybody going to embrace the 200 pieces of work that you've been working on? How do we get to see it?
Oh, well, that's what we're working on right now. Spring is setting that up for me right now. That's what you're the first of the interviews that I'm doing talking about it. You know,
okay,
she's a new representative, and that's what we're celebrating right now.
Well, shout out to Spring. Spring is the reason why we're here. So, you know, I'm so appreciative of her connecting us because you are, I mean, you must know you're a legend, but it's so inspiring that you're constantly reinventing yourself, you know?
Well, hey, I ain't going nowhere, so I'm gonna find some reason to be hanging around.
Anywhere. And I heard that you have a birthday coming up.
Yeah, July. I'll be turning 80.
Wow. Okay, yes.
And still ready to give up the phone.
Mm-hmm. Wait, so July, so you're Cancer? Are you Cancer?
Cancer Leo, right on the cusp.
Ah, okay. Do you know your rising?
22nd.
Are you into like I mean, I'm sure you're into astrology. Do you know your rising and all that?
No, I don't, you know, it don't follow me.
Oh, okay. Well, listen, George, I know you have places to be, but before we go, I always ask my guests to play a little drinking game with me. So I always ask my guests, who would you want to have drinks? Who is with us and or no longer with us?
Say that again.
So I always ask my guests to play a drinking game with me. And I always say, who would you have drinks with that is with us or no longer with us?
That is with us and that is no longer with us. Oh, that's with us?
You could pick either or both.
Oh, I like that Kiki didn't have a drink with my man Sly Stone.
Okay, yes. Those would be some spicy. What kind of drinks would you guys be drinking?
Probably drinking prune juice. We're gonna be talking shit.
You love prune juice. But what would you mix with that? You can't. Would you mix vodka? No.
You know, if it's gonna be alcohol, it's gonna be drinking Baileys because I'm a lightweight.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So we'll just keep it with the light, sweet Baileys. Well, you know what? Okay. So I'm gonna answer that question too. I would have drinks with you again, but then I would also add Sun Ra to the mix.
Oh, that would, yeah. I was, you know, when you first said that, I thought about Jimi Hendrix, but that's long. Sun Ra, yeah, that would definitely be worth meeting at a bar.
Yeah.
Kicking it. Yeah. Yeah, because he traveled those same frequencies, you know. Yeah.
Absolutely.
And I'd like to know what that drink would be about too.
Yeah.
It's gonna be cosmic.
It's gonna have like some meteorite dust all on it. Well, George, thank you so much for your time. We're so excited to just, you know, feel into your energy, feel into your artwork. Can't wait to see more of it.
Thanks for having me. I'm going down here and get my vaccine.
Yes, I heard. Yes, good for you.
I'm going to get out and then I get back here and I'll be right back at it.
Yeah, yep, you sure will. All right, George. Well, cheers again.
Cheers.
Until next time, y'all.
Until the next time.